This is an Infernal cape, one of the most sought after items in the game and only obtainable from the hardest content in RuneScape, the Inferno. Normally you'd need endgame gear such as a twisted bow to complete it, but I currently don't have access to even a regular short bow. You see, this is my Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, which means I can't leave these two chunks without completing everything there is to do here, which includes the Infernal cape. And this is a huge problem. I recently obtained a fire cape, which unlocked the inner city of Moral Wreck. This gives me a whole lava pool of new content to explore. But the Inferno is one of them. Commonly regarded as one of the most difficult pieces of content in the game, I'm honestly terrified, but I'm not one to give up, and I will do everything I can to complete it. But first, I've just unlocked this beautiful inner city, and I have a whole new world to explore. So let's work on my account, upgrade my gear, and slowly figure out if I have what it takes to take on the Inferno in these two chunks. And with my lovely new fire cape, I can finally access this giant inner city. This is essentially like getting a new chunk roll. Like, the area that I can walk on down here is bigger than a chunk. So, let's go and see what I've unlocked. First, I've got a new NPC. There's the regular cats here, but there's also these big boys which drop obsidian armor on top of all of the cat's normal drops. Each drop is 1 in 2,000 though, which is insanely low, but the armor is very important to me. Not only is it my best in slot melee armor, but each piece offers incredible defense, a good strength bonus, and most importantly, wearing all 3 pieces of the set increases the damage and accuracy of all obsidian weapons by 10%, which is going to be super helpful. So let's see how hard they are to kill. Oh yeah, these are a lot beefier. Not only do they have 60 more health, they've got 70 additional defense, so hitting these takes quite a while. I think I might have to mage these instead. That's probably going to make life easier. But they are killable. All of that fight caves practice has really paid off. I have not lost a single prayer point or took a single point of damage from this. I am actually feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling really good about myself now. I've actually managed to do that really long fight caves. And the first kill, just some Tockle. They are gonna be a hell of a grind. It is cool though that now I've got access to this entire log, so soon this will say 10 of 10. I don't see any reason to kill the regular cats anymore, because the maul and the cape that I need in the log, these also drop, so I don't think I really need to deal with these at all anymore. And this area's got some dead Zar in. Oh my god, this is actually where Tockle comes from. Zars die, they turn into stone like this, and they get broken down into Tockle. So this is dead Zar. The more you know. There's also this armor shop here, which is just like the other one, but it also includes the obsidian armor. Now I can buy this for a giant boost right now, but it's going to cost over 300,000 Tockle, which I really don't want to spend, so I think I am going to try and get it as a drop. There's also a load more silver and gold, which the other area's got, but it's also got all these ores as well. Coal, adamant, I think there's even a rune rock, which is probably depleted, but it's even got iron. So if I could get my hands on a pickaxe, I could train mining properly and not have to spend Tockle on the ore. Now, you might be a little bit confused about why I'm talking about ore here. So let's actually run through what's left to do in my chunks. I actually only have 2 skilling goals left, but they're not easy. First is 99 agility for the agility cape. This can only be trained at the Brimhaven agility arena, but my run energy when I get this will be through the roof, which is ironic because I can't train on rooftops. The other skilling task is 85 smithing, which is currently estimated to be 1,100 hours using bronze bars. I can only use a furnace in the ore shops for this, as I have nowhere to currently get a pickaxe, and I need to use over 1 million combined copper and tin to get to 85. I'm really hoping that unlocking the new shop in the inner city does speed this up though. I also still have a lot of collection log slots to get. I currently do have quite a few, but I still have many obsidian items. The Jad Pet, which at 8 hours a run is a long way away unless I get really lucky, and also the dreaded Infernal cape. Then I still have these best in slot items to get, which means if I can get my hands on the obsidian armor, the only thing I'm really missing is the Infernal cape, which makes finding a way to complete the Inferno very important. So I still have a lot to do, but all the progress will help towards the Inferno end goal and finally escaping these chunks. And this is the bread and butter shop of why I needed this fire cape. If you remember, the mining shop in the other city only had copper, tin, and iron in stock. But this shop has it all. And not only that, but instead of only having 5 tin and copper, it's got 25. So I need to do less world hops, which should lead to more smithing XP per hour. And the rune ore is where the 85 smithing task comes from. Just because this one rock exists, that's why I've got to go through the hell of getting 85. And finally, the main dish. I've got the Inferno. I'm not going to speak much about the Inferno just yet, but it is something that I need to do in my chunks. So we're just gonna ignore this for now because I am nowhere near ready regardless. And with all this new stuff to do, I'd best get grinding. But first, I need to talk about a company that's perfect for all of you work from home enjoyers. Factor. Factor is a service that offers ready-to-eat meals right to your door. They're always fresh, never frozen, approved by dietitians, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Some people do enjoy cooking, but for most of us, we just want to get home from work, sit down and relax. But we still have to eat. Well, with Factor, you can skip the supermarkets and prep work and instead grab all of your favorite meals delivered right to your door. They have dietitian approved meals for everyone, including calorie smart options, keto, protein options, or just even simple vegan and vegetarian meals too. And they're now offering a bunch of snacks, including these smoothies, which are great. If you find yourself home often and want to save some time on cooking and washing dishes while also eating tasty meals, these dishes are perfect. If you want to support my channel as well as support yourself with some healthy, tasty food that is cheaper than takeout, you can get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders using my link. So click the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen to give these meals a shot. Thanks to Factor for sponsoring today's video. Weirdly, there's not a new rune shop down here, so I'm gonna have to go to the other one. Like I said, I want to get the obsidian armor myself, and I don't want to train melee till I've got it because it is such a huge boost to obsidian weapons. It is unreal. I've hopped through that many worlds that I've caught back up with the shop stock. Ooh, and I'm gonna leave it there. The Tockle is going down quick, and I just want to go and kill these Zars. I am so excited to actually have something new down here. It genuinely feels like a whole new world. Oh, and look at all these events prime for safe spotting. And there we go. The grind begins. Let's see how many kills 11,288 win strikes can get. 64 casts really isn't that bad for a single kill. On that rate, 2,000 kills will be just over 1.2 million Tockle, which isn't that great and I can't really be wasting it. So let's just spoon this armor. Oh, every time. It's been so long since I've killed cats that every time I get that drop, I always think it's an item. Ooh, the first level of the episode, and that is 500 total level. I am slowly moving up considering I can't train most skills, but we're slowly getting there. Onyx bolt tips. Do the normal cats drop those? I don't think they do. Is this a new drop for me? I actually don't mind that at all. I wonder how many of these I'm gonna get. And there's level 8 hunter. Still a long way away from being able to barehand baby imps, but we're getting there. More Onyx bolt tips. These seem quite common. That's 10. It feels weird to actually be getting something of decent value on here. Like, even if I can't make them into bolts, the high alch value of 600 each is really helpful. I've just realized the fire cape as well actually has a +1 magic attack bonus. I wondered why I had 18. Oh, and there is a new item added to the collection log and a chunk task completed. The Obsidian Mall. I already had one of these in the bank, but this is the first one I've got as a drop. It feels good to actually be completing some tasks again. That's 4 out of 10, almost halfway to the log. Considering that's a dupe, should I sell it for Tockle or keep it to Alk? I'll need to check the shop prices later. I've been here that long. This is my 3rd XP lamp. I had a beekeeper earlier, which means this gets 9 hunter. Oh, it's been a while since I've got those. That feels good just before the runes run out. I've used 10,000 casts already, and I've got 147 kills. So if I need 2,000 kills, I'm going to need another over 100,000 casts. That is going to be a lot of Tockle. And there's 65 magic, the last level that I'm going to get with these runes. Well, looks like this is going to be the last kill with these runes. Can I get one more drop? Even some bolt tips. I'm pretty sure this is a lamp now because I've got the entire outfit. We're done. Do I get a lamp now? I do. I get lamps for that random every time. That means that Hunter's gonna go up even quicker now. Now that I'm out of runes, I decided to load up the chunk picker to put the obby mole drop on, and I realized something. I've never actually spoken about chunk rolls, but believe it or not, when I finish all of these tasks, my actual chunk rolls can also all be considered death chunks. Number 5 is the most obvious. If I roll this, I get an anvil, and that means I'll need to get 99 smithing to make a rune plate body. But it's not the end of the world. If I save all the bronze bars from smithing, I can use them all on the anvil to get 94-ish. So while this will likely be a 1,000 hour chunk, I don't think it'll take as long as the current smithing grind, purely because I already have most of the supplies. Next is number 3, which on the surface seems like a nothing chunk. But there's a single NPC here that turns it into hundreds and hundreds of hours. This guy. A single man. You see, the Tazar here within the inner city are special. They can actually be pickpocketed, but it requires level 90 thieving. This isn't currently a task because I have no way to actually train it, but if I unlock this man, I have to train all the way to level 90, which is a heck of a grind. Then we have number 2, which I may have alluded to before as it unlocks the Puro grind, as well as charter ships. This means that I'll need to not only get 87 crafting from charter ships to make empty light orbs, but I'll also need to get 75 fire making to burn magic logs, 89 hunter within Puro for lucky imps, and also get 95 cooking almost exclusively from raw rabbits from the charters. There are many other grinds here too, including getting 87 fleshing, which with only regular trees makes this chunk a true death chunk and could take thousands of hours to complete. And finally, we have number 1. The chunk with Brimhaven dungeon. The big grinds here are the elusive draconic visage, which may be difficult to obtain from metal dragons with no form of anti-fire protection. But also a surprisingly difficult task is paying Sanibush 1 million GP to get permanent access to the dungeon. Overall, all of these chunk rolls can likely be considered death chunks, so I am absolutely surrounded. I won't be able to roll any of them for a while. I still have many more tasks to complete, but just thinking about rolling's getting me excited, and I cannot wait to be able to move into one of these chunks. If I had to pick one that I'd actually like to get into, it's probably the Brimhaven dungeon, because that just seems fun. And I really don't want to be doing smithing again directly after doing 1600 hours of it. Now that I've gone through the chunk rolls, I really need to go and test out some smithing. After all, one of the main drives for me to get a fire kit was this ore shop. The problem is, I just looked at the map, and the gap between the inner city shop to the bank is a lot bigger than the gap in the outer city. So I need to just sit down and test them and see which one is quicker. So I started testing it. I did 5 minutes of simply buying ore from the shop and then banking it. Due to the outer city requiring 3 world hops, I just assumed this would be slower. But even though the inner city had 25 of each ore in stock, the gap between the shop and the bank caused me to lose too much run energy, and I ended up walking a lot. This actually caused them to be very similar, meaning my hopes and dreams of speeding up smithing were crushed. To make matters worse, the outer city has a furnace on the way back to the bank, making it a lot more efficient overall if I was to smith the bars on the way. So the inner city just loses here. Maybe if I were to get 99 agility it'd be better, but probably not by much. To make matters worse, with the stock being higher in the inner city, the tockle price actually goes up. So I'm spending 5 tockle for most of the ores instead of 4, which over 1 million ores does add up. I have took all of the armor off now. I didn't weigh much before, but it did add 4 kilograms on. But as you can see, ore weighs a lot. So it's not exactly saving too much run energy. Anyway, I have just timed a full efficiency hour and I got 646 ore. That's not good news. You see, I estimated this grind to take around 1100 hours to complete, but if I can only buy the ore to make 642 bars an hour, that means to get the 520,000 I need, I'm looking at around 810 hours just to buy the ore. And smithing it is also really slow. So this is looking like it's longer than that. This is a hell of a commitment, but I'm gonna do it. Let's hope I really can find a way to speed this up. For now though, I have almost 1000 bars to make, so let's see where it gets me. Well, there's the first level. I should get like 25 at least. And there's the big 2-0. It is really unfortunate that I'm kind of stuck with bronze bars. The shop actually does sell every other type of ore, but it's just so expensive. Currently, using bronze bars will cost me around 4.2 million tockle to get to 85. If I move up to any other type of ore, the tockle costs become extortionate. So I'd have to carefully weigh how fast I can make tockle to how much time it'll save me smithing. At first, I thought iron would have been a really good middle ground, because iron does give double the experience chance of bronze at 12.5 XP per bar, but the success rate of iron is only 50%, meaning each ore is only worth 6.25 experience, pretty much the same as bronze. There is an item called the Ring of Forging, which makes this chance 100%, but I can't obtain one at all in my chunks, so that plan's out the window. Gold ore seems to be the fastest though, at around 9,000 XP per hour, which includes buying the ore, but it'd cost me almost 35 million tockel, which just seems like too much. And that is 1 hour of smelting bars without any mistakes. I make around 775 per hour. So it's 804 hours to buy all the ore, 800 hours to smelt it all. So I have severely underestimated this grind. I have gone through this entire series stating it's going to be about 1100 hours. It's going to be about 1100 hours. And that's not including the toggle. And now finally being here, realizing it's 1600, I am not sure how to feel, honestly, because that is unexpected. That's an extra 500 hours of work to do on this, which is insane. And half the time is just buying the ore, running up and down without even gaining any experience. If I did not miss a single day doing this for 8 hours a day, it would take 200 days to get 85 smithing. If that doesn't deserve a subscribe, I don't know what will. But it's gonna get done. It's just gonna take a long, long time. But either way, there's 26 and I am slowly making progress. You might have noticed as well, this shop sells a lot of gems. And a common misconception in my comments has been that I need to actually cut an onyx. But you'll notice when I went through the tasks earlier, I don't have that as a task. And that's because I actually have no way to train crafting. You can't actually cut sapphires until level 20, and I have no other method. So I could lamp up to 20, which would then unlock this as a task. But if I don't lamp it, I have no primary training method, so all of these are written off until I unlock one. Now, there is one other obscure option that I can't do yet, but I might be able to unlock. And if you look around, there's a load of silver and gold here, as well as iron, coal, adamant in this area as well. Now, I can't get a pickaxe anywhere in my chunks, but if I lamp Hunter all the way to level 46, I can barehand Earth Imps, which can drop mithril pickaxes. That also does mean that after lamping Hunter, I also need to lamp mining to 21, because I won't be able to use a mithril pickaxe until then. But if I can do both those things, I could mine all of the ore, which would let me use these higher ores like gold without spending tockel. So that is a genuine solution that might crop up at some point, because the grind's going to take that long. Maybe I can lamp the levels and then I'll be able to unlock mining, which would be really cool. But if I unlock mining, there is a runite rock over here. So I will have a runite ore as an additional chunk task. So I've got to weigh these options very carefully. And that is why I'm saving smithing till last, because if I can unlock mining, I might want to do that. While I was doing smithing, I kept running past this guy as well. If you don't know what this guy gives you challenges and you can fight 1 Jad, 2, 3, all the way up to 6. When I right-clicked him, I had no options though, so I thought I couldn't do this till after the Inferno. But I had a little look on the wiki, and if I talk to him, he should offer me the first and second challenge without the Inferno. So I really want to try this because the Jad in here is stronger and there's no safe spots, so there's no running at all, will rely on prayer flicks. And because of that, I'm going to have to melee it and be very, very, very careful. So to take that on, I really want some obsidian, and I want to see if I can actually pull this off. Because if I can kill that Jad, that is going to look really good as a stepping stone to take on the Inferno. But if I'm going to get obsidian, I need to go buy some more runes and kill some more of these big boys. I'm going to buy these runes 100 at a time now, because while it does cost more tockel by quite a lot, the last lot of mine runes are almost 8 tockel each. It is going to speed up buying it a lot, and this is the most boring part, and at the end of the day, I can get more tockel whenever I need to with the help of you guys. Like, if 4 million tockel takes 200 days to use, I'm using like 20,000 tockel a day. That's it. That is nuts. Okay, so I killed 162 cats with 11,000 runes. So if I get 25,000, that should be about on rate for an obsidian armor piece. And if I get one, I'm actually tempted to buy the rest. And then I can actually use melee to kill them as well, which is going to be great. Plus, I need the obsidian to at least attempt the Jad, right? That's going to be so fun. Ooh, that took a while, but that is 25,000 casts, which should just get me to a piece of obsidian on drop rate. Hopefully every magic level that I get as well will increase my kill times with the slight accuracy boost that I get. Oh god, I just realized I've spent over 300,000 tockle. This is going down and down. And if I end up buying 2 pieces of obsidian with this, which will definitely be worth it, it's gonna go even lower. And there is a full magic level. It takes so long now, 3,400 casts. Basically 3 hours for a level. But I think these runes are gonna get me to 70, which is gonna be really cool. Oh, it was blue. I thought it was an item, but that's another 3 bolt tips in the bag. That's the first dunce I have had in a long, long time. And there is double digit hunter. We are getting there, but if 46 is the goal for a pickaxe, I am in for a world of hurt. It is a long way away. I am getting a lot of head. If only it was like this in real life. And there's another magic level. I've used almost 8,000 runes now, so I've spent about 100,000 tockle for 6 gems, 7 heads, and 7 onyx bolt tips. Not really a good payoff. I'd like some drops soon. This is coming up to kill number 300 of these. Oh, that is a freaky mask. I can't get lamps from this random yet. I still need some more outfits, but you're not gonna see me wearing this around. No. Oh my god, it's not an obsidian armor piece, but that is the cape I have been looking for since the beginning of this account. I've already got one because I bought it with tockle, but that is the collection log acquired. That is almost all of the original obsidian items completed. I've just got to get both these. Oh, and there's the first dupe. No obby armor, but I do want to go and do something with this. I want to go and see how much this sells for with tockle, because now I've got 2 of them. You buy it for 67,000. Surely it's 10,000. Ugh. It's 10%. That is just not worth it. I think saving these to Alk is just going to be a lot better. It's still not a lot. That sucks. I was hoping I'd be able to like get some of the rune cost back, but I really do not think that's worth it, unfortunately. Seeing drops is nice though. Well, that's another full inventory and no obsidian in over 500 kills. I'm going to call it there because I've spent almost 400,000 tockle killing Zars. And it's actually just cheaper than that to buy the obsidian. I've spent 35 hours killing them, and it's took a long time. And I am almost 70 magic, which is cool. But I have locked myself out of melee until I get this armor, so let's go and buy it. I cannot stress how important this armor is. Not only, if you wear the entire set of all 3 items, does it increase the damage and accuracy of every obsidian weapon by 10%, which is going to be huge. That is going to give me a max hit, and the accuracy is going to be insane. But each piece also provides a strength bonus, and most importantly, doesn't reduce magic or ranged attack, which is kind of nutty. There's no negatives to wearing the armor. The problem is, it is kind of pricey. If you add these up, it's just over 300,000 tockle. But considering I spent 400,000 trying to get it, it doesn't seem that bad. So if I quickly just equip all of this, look how insane I look. And all 3 items are a best in slot task. So that is technically 3 chunk tasks completed all at once. I of course do still need to get them in the collection log, but I can't be spending millions of tockle on runes. And I didn't want to train melee without this because it's just not really worth it. If I unequip these for a minute, if you look at the defense and strength bonus, if I equip even just the helmet, plus 3 strength and some really good defense. And if we keep adding them on, it's a big strength increase. I also get the set bonus, which is all obsidian weaponry will be given a 10% boost in melee accuracy and melee strength. And there's no detriment to magic or ranged attack, as you can see. This armor is absolutely insane, and this is going to be the key to speeding up the fight caves runs. Look how cool I look in this getup. The fire cape, the obsidian, the sword, and the shield. I should be able to train melee like crazy now. Anyway, there is one more thing I'd like to do. I'd like to get 70 magic and get a couple of prayer levels because Mystic Might is probably going to be beneficial. I won't get a max hit, but having the increased accuracy should save the runes whenever I'm willing to flick. So I think it's time to go back to an old friend. I haven't had the luxury of killing these in a long, long time. In fact, I've not killed them since I got this staff, even before that. So this feels so nice and the kills are going to be so quick. I did buy some water runes because they do have a water weakness, so my max hit is currently a 12 instead of an 8, and it's a lot more accurate, and now I look like an absolute beast killing them. The big problem with killing Zars is there's no prayer at all. They don't drop bones or ashes, but these lesser demons drop the vile ashes, which are 25 prayer each. So honestly, it should only be a few hundred kills to get level 45. I think I might be severely underestimating the defense bonuses I get from these. If I just try kind of becoming a magic tank for a while, I wonder how often they actually hit me. Like, this is far more zeros than before. That's 5 in a row. This is nuts. Honestly, having this armor and it having no ranged or magic detriment is huge. That means that if I can unlock range for the Inferno, or even using magic for some of the mobs, I can keep the tank gear on in case I miss a prayer flick. That is insane. I might not even have to save spot these soon. In fact, let's test some melee. If I just sit there and smack these for a bit, how much food do I actually need to eat? Do I need to prayer flick? I don't know. Oh yeah, these kills are fast. It is just constant hits. That's a 16 and it's not a max. My max hit before this was a 15. There we go, 17 is the max hit. This is nuts. This is going to speed up melee training, not only because of the +2 max hit, but the extra accuracy is just insane. And hey, maybe using this setup to kill the big Zars is actually faster than using Windstrike. I imagine it will be, but for now, I do need to hit this 70 magic. For no particular reason, it'll just look cool. Are you kidding me? I've hit the mithril chain body already. That took me 540 kills to get the first one. I was trying to get this drop for so long and now it just exists. Oh, typical luck. And there is level 70 magic, the first level 70 combat skill, and I am feeling good. Like I said, I don't really unlock anything until Entangle at 79, but I did just get Earthwave. Not sure if that'll be good in the future. Yo, I just got a gold ore. It's not much, but that's worth like 4 copper and 4 tin. I am definitely picking that up, even if it's just 1 that I get to use in the entire 85 smithing grind. It saves me a couple of bars. Ooh, genie. You know what that means? That is gonna be 11 a hunter. Hey, that is money. That rune med elm is basically doubled my entire GP stack from here. That is nuts. And after many hours, these ashes get my first prayer level, 44. That unlocks Eagle Eye, which is good, but obviously I've not got anything to train range with, so it's pretty useless. But this next level is going to be really important. Yeah, it's not going to increase my max hit, and it's only going to increase my accuracy a little bit, but Mystic Might is actually going to be my last damage boosting prayer, because Chivalry and Piety, Rigor and Augury, I am pretty much never going to unlock. It's going to take a long time, years and years. So this is going to be the peak of my prayer, I think. It feels so good not having food. I can just stack all the ashes and then suddenly, boom, 300 prayer experience. I know this chunk sucks because I've got to get 99 agility over there, but having this food shop is worth it. The fact that I can just buy Karambwans is nutty, even if they are expensive. And there is my second level 70 combat skill and level 80 combat, 70 strength. I think I'm going to keep attack and defense at 60 for a little bit because I just want to be able to hit higher, and the boost from the obsidian armor means that the higher strength that I get, the more impactful that is. So honestly, to make the tockle that I spent on this worth it, I'm just going to keep training strength. And this lesser demon and these vile ashes make 45 prayer, which means I can pray every single boost I need or can get for a long time. With Obby Armor and the new defenses, I want to try and kill a Mage. I just need this guy to walk away, and I want to see if it actually damages me while I'm praying Mage, because I really don't think it'll do that much damage anymore. Okay, this is insane. I'm literally taking no damage, because the Protect from Magic negates its magic attack, and the Obby Armor just makes it hit zeros with its melee. It looks like I finally have a way to grind mages. That is definitely on the card soon. It's a shame that the staff is so rare though. Based on that, I'm pretty sure that I can kill these cats faster than magic. Honestly, even while praying, these take quite a while. I do think it's quicker than magic, but it is a lot more effort, and it's not as quick as I'd like. But at least I can kill them without spending Tockle now. That is the most important thing. Can we get lucky? No. But this episode was all about needing to complete the Inferno and it being one of the tasks now. So I can't end the episode without at least hitting a stepping stone to show that I've leveled up. Last episode we killed Jad, but I could flinch it in a safe spot for 40 minutes and eventually get the kill. However, with Tazar Ketrax challenges, there is no safe spots. It is in the Inferno arena. So I have to take on Jad straight up. For the first run, I just need to learn its attack pattern. I need to just figure out exactly how many ticks it is for its attacks. So that's range. So is that right? Okay, that looked okay. And I've just got meleeed. Let's turn auto retaliate off. I can't believe it just killed me with a 69, man. On the bright side, it does show you how long you've survived at the bottom, so we can tell when I am improving. But if I can't do this, there is no way I can do it in the Inferno or the triple Jads. So I have to learn this fast. Okay, I think it's 3 ticks after. I think I can do this. I do think I can do at least 1. Look at all the zeros. You can tell that these are stronger than the Jads in the fight caves. I've not even hit it yet. Oh, that was bad. Ooh, I might not have the timing down. Oh, this is hard, but at least I survived a minute. Ah, that's my bad. I wonder if I can actually prey flick the melee attack as well. I need to figure this out or else the Inferno is going to be impossible for me. Because I can't get ranged, I'm pretty sure. So I might even have to Mage Zuck. I need to do a giant discovery episode to see what's actually possible. If I just fight it as normal for a bit and pretend that I've got infinite prayer, maybe I can see where I'm going wrong. 17. Ooh, look at the back-to-backs. But this has so much health. That's not even took it under 90%. I suck at this. Is this a different timing to regular Jad? I'm not sure. I need to get some practice in. Okay, I think I've got a strategy. It attacks with melee every 4 ticks when I'm stood next to it, and if it doesn't melee me, then it uses a different style. Which means that I can just flick it like a normal Zar, and then just like move on to another style. I think this is possible. And if I just constantly double flick like this, it's a lot more likely that I make mistakes, but it does mean that I can protect against everything. Very nearly at half. Healers are going to spawn in a second, and I've got to be very careful. They hit a lot in here. Okay, there's the healers. I'm going to use some prayer to tag these now, but they are going to absolutely smash me. There is 5 of them. Okay, I've got to get them all to this side because there's a little trick you can do with the Inferno Jads. If I get them all at this side, and then after it attacks, run through Jad directly, then all of them get trapped and I can keep fighting it from here. And now I just need to not lose my prayer points, and this is possible. But it is back to full, so I am in for a long fight. Oh, no, I mistimed it. Oh, that sucks. That is so close, though. That is definitely possible. Oh, that is so close. I think this calls for the use of one of the super strength potions. And I do have a little bit of an attack potion as well. Have I got any defense? Okay, I'm going all out here. Let's see if this helps. 19? I had a 19 and it wasn't a max. Without prayer. Right, I need to calm. The hits are a lot better. Okay, I've not took any damage yet. But I have to really focus. I'm finding it hard to talk. If I can't do this, I definitely cannot do the Inferno. And talking has made me screw up. I definitely need to be careful. Okay, back to here. No mistakes this time. I can get one hit at any minute. Oh my god, I did it! I actually freaking did it. 17 minutes in a straight up fight. Almost perfect flicks. And now if I click challenge, I can do 2. I am nowhere near ready for that yet. That was a struggle enough, and I don't know how I'd flick 2 without losing prayer. Because I almost ran out of prayer killing 1 Jad. There's 67 other waves in the Inferno. How am I going to deal with that? I don't know. But that's the first stepping stone to the Inferno complete. And with all of that PVM out of the way, I think it's finally time to prove that I am a grinder and get 99 agility. So if you don't see an episode for a few weeks, you know why.